I'm still alive, and about 5 years ago, I was in a wheelchair for 2 weeks, and it was one of the strangest experiences of my life. So I need to start with why I was even in a wheelchair in the first place. You don't need to know all the details, but basically, I'd separately injured both of my feet while doing my school's musical. Yeah, I was pretty cool in middle school, but as a result of my rigorous injuries, I couldn't walk more than a few steps, which meant I couldn't even walk between my classes. And then another problem is that since I had injuries on both of my feet, I couldn't just use crutches. So the decision was made, not entirely with my approval, that I would use a wheelchair for the next 2 weeks. Now the problem with that is that when people see you in a wheelchair, they automatically assume you're like seriously injured, which I learned quite quickly because literally everybody assumed that. And I felt like such an idiot when I just said, oh, I've got little owies in both my feet. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, but once I was waiting for an elevator and my friends were being a little bit too slow to press the button, so I just got up and pushed it myself. And you would not believe the looks I got because of this. This one high school girl was just a few feet away and she literally pointed at me in shock because everyone assumed they'd just seen a miracle. And looking back, seeing it from their perspective, they saw this skinny little kid stand up out of a wheelchair and push a button, then sit back down. And of course, I was super embarrassed, but what could I do? I wasn't going to explain to everyone that yes, I can stand, but no, I have to have a wheelchair because, you know, in the long run, I can't really walk all the way to my classes. I couldn't do that, so I just got in the elevator and left. A few people, I think, also just assumed that I was like a con man and was just lying for attention, which would be like a crazy thing to do, to pretend to be in a wheelchair. Another thing I didn't realize about being in a wheelchair is that literally everyone wanted to push me around. A few people in my class were literally arguing about who would be able to help me first. I do expect that if that had gone on just a little bit longer, every single person would have gotten bored. However, that ended up not being a problem for 2 reasons. First, I started feeling a little bit better and I could walk more and more every day. But second, this was about 5 years ago. My first day with the wheelchair was February 24th, 2020. And about 2 weeks later, the distance between my classes became a lot less of a problem. But yeah, that's it for today, and for making it to the end, here's a picture of me absolutely cruising around in my wheelchair. Sorry about the weird camera setup, my mom stole my tripod. But thanks for watching, and if I shout my outro into the abyss, maybe it'll be true. Nate, I'll see you on Tuesday!